Friends, a warm greeting to all of you. My name is Dr. Shalini Shukla. In the series of giving guidance on UGC-NET JRF preparation, this is my fifth lecture. In our previous lectures or in our previous videos, we all have discussed about the importance of paper 1 and analysis of its syllabus. In this lecture, we will dealing with paper 2 of UGC-NET JRF, that is labor welfare and human resource management, and we'll discuss the importance of paper 2 and the analysis of syllabus. Okay, and this is all about me. So let's start. As we all can see that paper 2, that is labor welfare and personal management, has scored 55. This paper aims at checking and evaluating your subject knowledge, your domain knowledge of PG degree. Okay. This, just like other papers, this paper is also divided into 10 units, in which 5 units are divided into 2 parts and 5 units contain only 1 part. So if we see the syllabus carefully, we can find that few units are resembling with the management subject. So in my guidance, management student can also be benefited from these lectures and they can subscribe my channel as well. So let's start unit 1. As we can see, unit 1 is principle and practices of management and functions of management. This unit is also divided into 2 parts and it contains basic principles, basic functions and practices of management. The important part in this unit is the different management thoughts given by Taylor, Fayol and other veterans. So this unit is common with management subject. So all management students who are going to give their UGC exam in management subject can also opt for this channel. Unit 2, as we can see, in Unit 2, UGC try to cover the basics of human resource management and new trends in HRM. Basics of human resource management means from R to R, that is recruitment to retirement. Just like recruitment, selection, training, induction, performance management, placement, evaluation, compensation, employee benefits and so on. In part 2 of unit 2, there are different contemporary issues or emerging HRM issues that can be covered, just like green HRM, sustainable HRM, ethical HRM, strategic human resource management and so on. Unit 3 is also divided into 2 parts. First is human resource development and second is international human resource management. Okay, in this part 1, we have different research models: HRD culture and climate, HRD intervention, knowledge management, human resource information system. HRD become quite important in contemporary scenario because information or knowledge based industries are developing more. Okay, as a contribution of IT sector in India is well known. So this unit is more important for HR student to focus upon. Okay, even number of organization, their core HRM department has been replaced by HRD department. Okay, unit 4, let's see the unit 4. Unit 4 is about organizational behavior, scope, concept, nature, perception, learning, attitude, motivation, international behavior, group dynamics, leadership, communication, power and authority, stress, organizational changes and development. This unit is also common for management students. Like in their syllabus, there is one unit that is core dedicated to organizational behavior, so management student can also take benefit from it. The next unit start with our industrial relation. industrial relation, its scope, its evaluation, different approaches, different models and actors involved in industrial relation, conflict, cooperation, bipartisanship, tripartisanship, collective bargaining, worker participation and so on. This unit is also divided into two parts. First deals with industrial relation and second deals with trade union. So this unit act is basically the basic of industrial relation subject. Okay, we actually get acquainted with the different actors that play very important role in establishing a peaceful relation in industries, the role of trade unions, the trade union act and the different problems faced by trade unions in India. Why trade union is not very much successful in India. The next unit is about industrial dispute. Definitely, if we have actors in industrial relation, we must have dispute. So how to resolve that dispute? What are the act that governs the dispute resolution? Basically, and this unit covers two acts. One is the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act, another is Industrial Dispute Act. Okay. Next unit talks about or covers the labor legislation, basic labor legislation like Factory Act, Mines Act, Interstate Migrant Workmen Act, Contract Labor Act, Building and Other Construction Worker Acts and Child Labor. So this unit basically deals with the basic environmental conditions for laborers, how a organization or what organizations are bound to provide to laborers, what are the basic necessities that organization must provide to laborers, and that is different for factories and mines, as we all know, that I'll discuss in my upcoming videos. Okay. Next unit is about wages. Okay, so in this unit we have number of wages, everything related to wage and salary, minimum wages act, payment of wages act, the payment of bonus act, the equal remuneration act, payment of gratuity act, employee provident fund. Okay, so previous unit deals with the environmental conditions and regulation, and this unit deals with the wages and remuneration of the workers. Okay, and unit 9 deals with labor welfare. Apart from providing them suitable working condition, apart from giving them minimum wage and good wage, it is very important to think about their welfare, right? So this unit talks about basic theories and principles of labor welfare, industrial health, occupational safety, industrial accidents and laws related to it, and their social security. Unit 9 is also divided into two parts, that is labor welfare and social security. The last unit, that is unit 10, contain one part only, and in this unit UGC tried to cover the demand and supply game of the labor market. Okay, so as we all know, India is labor intensive country, so the demand and supply of labor become quite important for India, right? So in this unit we'll be discussing the demand and supply of the labor, composition of the Indian labor forces, employment, underemployment, overemployment, different types of labor market, new dynamics in labor market, problem faced by laborers in India and so on. So a student, we can say that every unit has some focus points, and as a net aspirant we must understand this focus point, that okay, so what UGC is trying to know, what UGC is trying to know about the candidate, how much understanding he or she has about management first, how much understanding he or she has about basics of human resource management, and then international human resource management, and then little bit of organization behavior, and more about codes and acts of labor laws. Okay, so the student who are opting human resource management and labor welfare as their UGC-NET exam, my suggestion would be, as we have discussed the syllabus, you can easily see that the syllabus of human resource management is quite easier and lesser than management syllabus. Okay, so and there is no mathematical subject. There is no quantitative subject involved in this or contained in the human resource management subject. So the student who have some little bit fear in the mind, or who have the little bit fear in their mind about quantitatives and reasoning, have the opportunity to score maximum in this subject or in this paper too. If you are not very good in quants and reasoning, so you must try to score maximum in paper 2. That is all theoretical in nature. But mind one thing, that you do not just prepare from the previous year's question paper, okay, on a previous year questions. I have seen that many of the coachings even focusing on previous year questions. See guys, the pattern of UGC is a little bit different. It is not like other civils exams, okay. They are checking your domain knowledge, not your practical knowledge, domain knowledge, because UGC is considering that the candidates who is giving the UGC exam is going to be teacher or the researcher in future. So thorough and complete knowledge is desirable. You cannot just go for giving UGC-NET exam by preparing from previous year questions. That is why in my series I am not going to just give you previous year question or discussion about previous year question. I am going to start a series with the conceptual understanding, then practice of previous year questions. Okay, so the both will complement each other. Students generally go with the previous year questions alone. They do not go for conceptual understanding. And what happens in the exam? The same concept is asked from a different perspective, and student get confused that, oh, I don't know the answer of this question. So better go with the conceptual understanding, so that you can opt or you can attempt maximum number of questions rather than fixed number of questions in paper 2. Okay, see, this is UGC consider that this is the domain in which you must be expert, because in future you are going to teach the student, right? So you cannot go with just by preparing previous year questions 10 or 100 or 20, 200 or 300 questions. Okay, so one important news is that I am going to, before it, let's discuss one important thing. Many of you may be aware about this, that government of India is planning to codify all labor laws, approximately every or 44 labor laws into 4 codes, in order to make it simple and understandable by the employer. Okay, so 3 of them has already been passed and proposed in parliament, and at a different stage of becoming act, and one is still waiting. So in future UGC can replace all these act with the 4 codes, but till then this has not been done. So we are going with the syllabus, but this can be an important question in your paper 1 that can be asked under new development. So you all must aware that UGC is that government is planning to codify all 44 labor laws into 4 codes. Okay, student. So now discuss something about the strategy that we are going to adopt in now we are going to discuss the strategy we are going to adopt in our upcoming videos. For your convenience, student, I have created a different playlist for every unit of paper 2, so that it will be easy for you to search the content and go with the comprehensive preparation. Okay, so for every unit I'll be creating different playlist. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. Be in touch by using comment box, like, subscribe and share. Jai Hind.